I do want to recognize our Lieutenant Governor, who I mentioned earlier, formed this committee. I know you have another meeting, Governor, you need to get to, so if you'd like to step forward and share a few words from the podium.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you, committee members, for being here and being involved in this committee. And I appreciate the testimony from these young ladies who have taken time out of their days to travel here to Georgia. And we greatly appreciate that, ladies. I know a lot of y'all came from places like Kentucky and Illinois and other places to testify to your story. This is something we had an opportunity to address a few years ago, as you mentioned, Mr. Chairman. I was still in the Senate at the time when this issue had been talked about and kicked around, and I thought it was an issue that we, as legislators at the time, had an opportunity to act on it, but we ended up punting the matter to the Georgia High School Association, and which I think is unfortunate, and I think it was the wrong move for us to do. However, we do have an opportunity to correct the misgivings from the past, and I think we should take that opportunity. But I appreciate having this committee to look at this issue one more time. I appreciate the ladies giving their testimony as student athletes, because I can tell you as a former student athlete that the blood, sweat, and tears that you put into being a student athlete is very is something that unless you've done it before yourself, there's no way to quite understand it, because it is a 7-day a week, 24/7 job, really, quite frankly. But you do it for the love of the game, and this situation that we're in right now is not here. We're not here to marginalize any one group, but we're here to protect female sports, and we're here to protect female athletes. And that's what we should be doing as legislators. And I know that we're going to be able to do it at the high school level, because we're going to take those reins away with that obligation and away from the Georgia High School Association, because as elected officials, that should be our duties. And we're going to protect female sports to the state-run universities and public universities that we fund here in the state of Georgia. So, I do appreciate you chairing this committee, Senator Dolezal, and I appreciate the committee members for being here. And this, like I said, this should not be a Republican or Democratic issue. Because it is, at the end of the day, it's about protecting female athletes. It's about protecting daughters, granddaughters, people who want to compete on a level playing field with athletes that are similar in scope and shape and their biology. And so I appreciate the opportunity to speak here. I wish I could hear the rest of the testimony, but I know it will be very informative, because these ladies have been traveling all over the country to talk about the situation that they had to live through themselves, and we just appreciate them willing to share, and appreciate everybody in attendance. So thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you, Governor. Appreciate you being here this morning.